Dr. Herbert Harris here, and this is our daily success reading, number 137. And we are reading from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, Super Achiever Edition. And of course, it's available on Amazon. Be sure to get the Super Achiever Edition. It's available on Amazon. It's on Walmart and just about any other digital platform, and I'm sure on your favorite bookstore website. It's also available on www.herbertharris.com. That's www.herbertharris.com. So thank you for all the love. Yes, 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 baby. Hey, welcome. Thank you. Today we're entering a new chapter. We're looking at chapter 7. We're starting on the second half of the book. And the first half was really to set us up, how we think, the law of thought. How we change our condition, the law of change, how we actually see ourselves being successful. Let's turn this thing off. How we see ourselves being successful, the law of vision. The fourth law of command, that we literally speak our world into existence. The fifth law of magnetism, the law of attraction, that we create a vibration inside and that vibration attracts into our life that which we desire. And in the sixth chapter, the law of focus. Whatever you focus on grows, how to concentrate our vibrations to make us magnetic and attracting to anything we desire. And so now the second half of the book, man, this is more application. We're looking at chapter 7, the law of action. Jeffrey, thank you for joining us today. Hey, Kenya, welcome, welcome, welcome. So when we talk about the law of action, and by the way, Kenya, thank you so much. That was such a beautiful gesture. I really appreciate that. The law of action, chapter 7, it's really where the rubber hits the road. This reading from page 129, the seventh universal law of success is the law of action. The universal law of action governs the manner or method of performing the activities of life. It is the methodology by which the principles of success are actually implemented on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. Wow. The law of action encompasses your behavior, conduct, habits, and method of operation. It is the operating principle by which your thoughts and feelings become the things and experiences of your life. So it is through action. Welcome, Georgia. Thank you. Georgia Stone, life coach. Okay. It is the idea of the law of action is really where the rubber hits the road. It's how you apply your energy, how you do the things that must be done to accomplish the things you desire. You may have great desires, great wishes, great dreams, but if you don't put into practice an action plan to get it done, chances are it will not happen. There's a beautiful scriptural foundation, and it says, "But be you doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." That's from James, 1st chapter, 22nd verse. Be you doers of the word. And so when you're learning, when you're on this success journey, and you read about it, and you study it, and you meditate on it, but you never take action on it, you are hearers of the word. And you're literally fooling yourself, because you have the capacity to realize anything you desire. The first law of success says, a mind shall have whatsoever it thinks in its heart. So if you can think it and you can feel it, you can do it. Forget impossible. Forget never been done before. When you connect to the infinite power source within you, then you can light up the world. All that is written in this book and in all other instruments of enlightenment are absolutely worthless unless you put these ideas and principles into action. On a practical level, the law of action focuses on the following. Number one, the work, the employment that you perform for material survival. You have to handle we call it the riddle of survival. You have to generate enough income to stay afloat. Karen, thank you for joining us. When you create that income to stay afloat, that frees you up to do other things. Number two, the law of action encompasses the planning of your actions to produce desired results. We know the statement, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Number three, the law of action encompasses achieving your goals and vision of life. We call it completion. One of my teachers, great Tiamo Rauf, when we studied on the continent and we studied around the world, one of the things he always said was, did you complete yourself? So what do you mean? Did you complete yourself? Did you achieve the goal that you were seeking? Did you realize the vision that you have in your mind? And so your ability to complete yourself to get the things you desire. And then fourth key of the law of action is overcoming the obstacles and challenges that confront you. So these four, we'll call them four pillars, really form the foundation for creating the world that you desire. I love investing. Thank you for joining us. I love investing too. The work you do, the planning, the completion, and overcoming obstacles. So let's look at this principle on page 130, right work. Work is generally defined as a means to earn a living. In a broader sense, work is the physical or mental effort or activity directed towards producing or accomplishing a desired result. So if I ask the question, why do you work? Most people will give the same basic answer: to make a living. What are you getting out of your work? Now, I ask you this question, those who are listening and watching today. What are you getting out of your work? Generally, the objective of the physical and mental activity of getting up each morning, getting dressed, and rushing to your place of employment is to obtain the money to meet the material requirements of your life. But guess what, folks? If all that you are getting out of work is the financial rewards to take care of yourself, then you are being grossly underpaid, no matter how much you make. Let's look at that. As long as the objective of your work is something outside yourself, you are being shortchanged. So when we think of work as something external to obtain external objectives, we are literally cutting ourselves off from the true meaning and essence of work. In fact, as long as you consider work as an external endeavor, you will delay the success in your life. That's a heavy statement, but let's look at this. Work must be considered on an internal, spiritual basis. It should not be seen as a means to make a living, but rather as a means to live your making. Work should not be seen as a means to make a living, but rather as a means to live your making. Georgia Stone said, I am inspired by my work. It reminds me to do the work on myself and lifts me up to see others changing their lives. Beautiful. Georgia Stone, life coach, I hear you. That is beautiful. And that's really what work is about. It should have you excited. It should have you can't wait to get there and do it again and again and again. When you watch some of Kenya's videos on his YouTube channel, man, you see this guy loves being in a gym. He loves helping people express themselves. He loves helping people transform themselves. So Your work should be an external expression of your internal state of being, of your internal level of consciousness. Work should be a means by which you can express your internal good desires and which provides the required material substance to maintain and enhance the conditions of your life. Work has a divine, a spiritual nature which, when properly attuned, can put you in harmony with the cosmic flow of good, with the universal vibration of success, with the infinite possibilities of everlasting reward. Wow. So when your work does this, when your work gives you that type of satisfaction, when your work gives you that type of joy within, we call it your right work. We're going to look at your right work tomorrow and really dissect it a little bit more. But today, thank you so much for joining us, looking at this idea of the law of action, that whatever you do, whatever your dreams, whatever your desires, you got to get busy. You got to do something. You got to take action. And not only must you take action, you must take action in accordance with a plan, that you must understand how to complete the game. You know, there's some people that can get right up to the finish line and stumble. You have to master the art of completion, how to bring it on home, and then learn how to overcome the obstacles and the challenges that will surely confront you. That's the nature of success. When we can do these things, then we can be what we want to be. We can do what we want to do, and we can have whatever we want to have. For many years, I studied with Reverend Ike as a good friend and as a teacher and a mentor and an employer. And he always loved to say, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, have whatever you want to have. That's a great prescription, folks. You have the power to do just that, knowing that the best is yet to come. See you tomorrow. Same time, same station, 8 a.m. Eastern, for another reading, another daily reading from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success Super Achiever Edition. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is.